तो डिफरेंट स्टार्टिंग वाला क्यों मैंने बढ़ाया है एंटी
बढ़ाया है? अभी भी टाइम लग रहा है मुझे तो।
नहीं लग रहा है।
कैसे लग रहा बढ़ाया?
Adding, but the outcomes. So each consultant and each data and AI engineer should bring in additional business, additional outcomes. And my thought process would be to uh, ensure that we bring in the right kind of skills and the right kind of talent that helps in driving those outcomes. If I tie it back to the previous question, I talked about three potential avenues and opportunities. So which means that in the first case, for expanding the footprint, uh, we'll need uh, we'll need team that knows the current solutions and accelerators to identify those opportunities. So ensuring that the right kind of talent is added to get that opportunity size, that opportunity space is important. Two is in the second area, I talked about leveraging packaged solutions for expanding the footprint. And from my reading, QBurst is a digital engineering organization, and you already have digital engineers and AI engineers in the organization. I would leverage a mix of including those engineers along with hiring qualified AI engineers um, to sort of get into this particular opportunity space of building new solutions and new opportunities. To me, it's not adding the numbers, it is adding the value, and that has to be win-win. So when I say win-win, it has to add value to customers, realizing, translating into tangible revenue outcomes, and it should also add value to the consultants in terms of expanding their skills and their horizon.
Okay. So how do you identify? No, okay. How do you measure AI ROI?
Yeah. I go back to the first principles, and it's not just for AI, but ROI has to be measured in terms of the investment and the costs that have gone into building the solutions. And those costs have to be broken down across all the possible segments, and those segments include the hardware, the software, the FTEs, the operational expenses, and then the value in terms of net new revenue that these solutions have resulted in terms of, again, the three buckets that I talked about, footprint, expansion of the footprints in the existing customers in terms of the dollar value, and new logos and new revenue from the new solutions, right? And also in terms of the partner ecosystem. So QBurst has a robust partner ecosystem where QBurst has pretty active partnerships with Google, with AWS, with few other hyperscalers, and leveraging these accelerators and solutions in co-sell motions. So this is how I would measure the return on investment, where the cost and the expenses on one side are compared against the net revenue generated and the net revenue realized.
So another answer could be that tier one is the hard cost, hours saved, infrastructure cost avoided, and headcount redeployed. This is the easiest to measure and the first number a CFO wants. Tier two is the revenue impact, deals closed faster, churn reduced, cross-sell increased. This requires a clean baseline before an AI initiative starts, which more teams skip and then cannot prove value later. Tier 3 is the risk adjustment value. Compliance risk reduced, error rates reduced, audit finding reduced, and this is the hardest to quantify but often the most valuable in a regulated organization or industry. I always establish a baseline and the measurement framework before the build starts and never after.
I think the first two are okay, but the third one is a little, that's a little
The risk
controversial.
adjusted value is a little difficult.
That is, that's a controversial one. So, hmm.
Yeah. Mhm. How do you identify AI use cases with business value?
Sorry, say it again. How do you identify AI use cases?
With business value.
With business value, right? Okay, so I've employed frameworks, and a decision tree framework is my favorite way of going about finding out the
Which
uh,
framework?
decision tree framework.
Decision tree framework. Okay.
The decision tree framework is a recommended approach of finding out the efficacy of AI solution for the use cases. Now, based on the inputs that have gone into the decision tree, if the recommendation is such that an AI solution is going to be an AI overkill for the use case or for that requirement, I would not go ahead and use an AI solution for that use case. Okay. And again, the operational costs and the return on investment over a 3-year horizon, based on the TCO calculator that we discussed in the previous question, will be a good input in determining whether the use case is a fit for an AI solution or not. Okay.
Okay. Next question is, what AI trends do you think will matter in the next 3 years?
Okay. Um, AI trends. Okay. One which is clearly emerging as an important aspect is the token economics. Uh, so, wherein leveraging AI in a way that does not use a lot of tokens. So, that is one paradigm that I see which is going to emerge, token economics. Then the second paradigm that I'm going to see is called as ontology. Ontology leverages the context, the business context of the enterprise in fine-tuning the response of the LLM and the models for the corresponding problem statement of the enterprise. That's the second paradigm or the trend that I see will emerge. And the third trend that I see is there's going to be um, what is called as purpose fit models. Okay. We have, and what I mean by that is we have a plethora of models from Claude, from OpenAI, from Grok, right? And there's a lot of ambiguity in terms of using a corresponding model for a specific problem statement, right? So there's going to be an advocated position or a recommendation engine that will clearly identify fit for purpose models based on the problem statement. So these are the three trends that I see are going to shape up the AI paradigm in the next couple of years.
Okay. Mm. What strong is you're talking about economics, not just technology. You're thinking beyond today's Gen AI hype, and you're discussing enterprise adoption patterns. You are recognizing the model selection will become a strategic discipline. What I'd improve is token economics broaden to AI unit economics. Token optimization is important, but executives care about cost per transaction, cost per business outcome, cost per agent, inference efficiency,
Hmm.
latency versus cost trade-offs,
Hmm.
small models versus frontier models. If
Hmm.
you say only token economics, it will sound too narrow.
Hmm.
Instead,
Hmm.
the first trend is AI unit economics. Organizations are moving beyond experimentation and focusing on sustainable AI deployment. The discussion is shifting from model performance alone to cost per outcome, inference efficiency, latency, and overall returns on AI investment.
Hmm. Hmm.
This is a much stronger and executive answer. Ontology is correct, but may invite debate. Ontology is a valid concept, but many interviewers will interpret it differently. What you are really describing is knowledge graphs, enterprise context layers, semantic data models, domain specific reasoning. A safer framing would be a second trend is enterprise context and semantic intelligence. Generic foundation models are increasingly becoming commodities. Competitive advantage will come from combining enterprise knowledge, ontologies, knowledge graphs, and proprietary data to create domain-aware AI systems. That sounds more mature.
The third one. What about the third one? That was the second one. Huh. The third one.
Purpose fit model is excellent. This is probably your strongest point. Today's enterprise asks GPT, Claude, Gemini, open source local models. The future is use the cheapest model that solves the problem. I'd rephrase it as the third trend in model orchestration and fit for purpose AI. Organization will increasingly move away from standardizing on a single model and instead adopt model routine strategies where different models are selected dynamically based on cost, latency, risk, and task complexity. That sounds much more strategic approach.
Hmm.
Head of data and AI level answer would be I see three major trends shaping enterprise AI over the next few years. First, AI unit economics as organizations move from experimentation to large scale deployment. The focus shifts from model capability alone to cost efficiency. कहाँ गया? Sorry. Latency, scalability, and measurable business outcomes. Enterprises will increasingly optimize for cost per outcome rather than simply maximizing model intelligence. Second, enterprise context and semantic intelligence. Foundation models are becoming increasingly commoditized. Competitive advantage will come from combining enterprise data, knowledge graphs, ontologies, and domain specific contexts. Third, model on orchestration and fit for purpose AI rather than relying on single model provider. Organizations will adopt multi-model strategies where models are selected dynamically based on the task, performance requirement, risk profile, latency constraints, and economics. The future will not be about the best model. It will be about choosing the right model for the right business problem. Together, these three trends, will move AI from isolated pilots to scalable enterprise platforms that deliver measurable business value.
Hmm.
Okay, next is um, how would you modernize a client's legacy data platform?
Yeah. So, okay. This is pretty much an area that I've been working for 6 years now. The first step in this particular process is doing an assessment of the current landscape and getting an understanding of the tech debt, getting an understanding of the pain points, and trying to identify the bottlenecks and the areas which are playing an hindrance uh, in terms of not allowing the customer to grow and scale their tech platform. So following an assessment, so based on the output of the assessment, there's going to be a multi-pronged approach in terms of identifying the low-hanging fruits to be modernized, and not with a big bang approach. And that includes picking up a functional area with the least dependencies, and that can result in getting modernized in a faster time and quickly show up the return on investment, right? So this includes uh, modernizing a monolithic application to microservices based application, right? Or this could involve migrating the storage platform from the block file storage to an object storage, migrating a compute that is always on compute to a fit for purpose compute, and that auto scales. So the assessment output is going to drive these areas, and accordingly, a multi-pronged approach has to be adopted to uh, modernize the platform from a legacy to a futuristic modern platform. And like I said, this can be an iterative way, and the return on investment and the business improvement opportunities from each iteration can be realized as a part of this modernization journey.
Okay. And you did not talk about Databricks or Snowflake, the
No,
platform
I
migration to Databricks.
no, I want to stay away. I want to stay away from naming a specific vendor or a platform. There's a lot of noise about uh, I think Snowflake is getting hit left, right, and center the last few weeks. So I want to stay away from naming a specific platform.
Okay. Okay, so the answer is good from a consulting and transformation perspective, but for a head of data and AI
Hmm.
role at Cubist, I see two risks.
Hmm.
Risk one is you're answering as an expertise architect. The question is likely how would you modernize a client's legacy data platform? Your answer drifted towards microservices, compute modernization, storage modernization, general cloud information. Those are valid, but the interviewer is expecting a data modernization answer, not to generic application modernization answer. Risk two is avoid अच्छा ये तो मैंने पूछा था बाद में avoid sounding anti vendor when you said I want to stay away from naming specific vendor. Okay, and then Cubus likely has partnership with multiple vendors and may actively sell Snowflake, Databricks, Azure, AWS, GCP solutions. A head of data practice leader should sound vendor neutral and not vendor critical. Instead, say, prefer to start with business and technical requirements and then choose the platform that best aligns with scalability, governance, performance, skills, availability, and economics. That's an executive language. How I'd structure this answer is step one, assessment, current data architecture, data quality. Let me just read the answer straight away. It will be the first step is always an assessment of the current data landscape. I evaluate the existing architecture, technical depth, data quality, governance maturity,
That's what I told. Assessment. Hmm.
operating cost, integration complexity, and the business challenges that a platform is expected to solve. Based on the assessment, I define target state architecture that supports the organization's future needs around analytics, AI scalability, governance, and operational efficiency. The modernization journey should be iterative rather than a big bang transformation. I typically identify high value domain with manageable dependencies and prioritize those first, allowing the organization to realize business value early while reducing the delivery risk. From a technology perspective, modernization may include consolidated fragment data estates, adopting a lakehouse architecture, enabling real time data processing, strengthening governance, improving data quality, and establishing AI ready data foundations. And then the platform choice itself should be driven by business requirement. Depending on the client needs, the target architecture may leverage technologies such as Databricks, Snowflake, Microsoft Fabric, AWS native services, or a hybrid approach. My focus is less on promoting a specific platform and more on selecting the architecture that best aligns with the client's business objective, scalability requirement, governance needs, and long-term economics. Ultimately, the success is measured not by completing a migration but by enabling अच्छा today's जो आज का जो round है it is exactly the first round, right? Will they ask you technical questions as well?
No, no, no. I don't think it is. There could be. I'm not saying completely ruling out. So this could be sort of, sort of trying to understand my background and trying to understand. So what he'll do is he will give a brief about the JD, okay, and he'll try to understand my background, okay, and that is what is going to happen in today's call.
अच्छा, so then should we ask questions like what is data lake versus data warehouse versus lake
नहीं
house?
नहीं 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 नहीं
नहीं जरूरत है ना?
नहीं नहीं वो
Okay,
नहीं।
one sec, then let's go back again, 1 minute. This also,
गुरुजी अशोक इज कॉलिंग गुरुजी एक सेकंड एक
अच्छा, take that call.
Sriram has got tied up today. So he's saying it will be rescheduled to tomorrow.
बढ़िया, अच्छी बात है.
But tomorrow मैं कॉन्फ्रेंस में हूँ. आई एम एक्चुअली एट इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स का एक कॉन्फ्रेंस में हूँ.
सारा दिन,
हाँ,
सारा दिन.
इट्स अ फुल डे इवेंट. इट्स अ फुल डे इवेंट.
आधे घंटे के लिए निकल आना बस.
हाँ,
Can you pull out yourself for half an hour?
So he's saying either 10:30 a.m. or 2 p.m.
Oh, 10:30 would be good now. What time is your event starting?
The event starts at 9 a.m.
And
And
what time you break out for lunch?
I think lunch is at 1 o'clock or something like that. Lunch is at 1 o'clock.
हो जाएगा अच्छा अच्छा.
Point is, I need to find a quiet place over there, and this event is in. This is in. This event is in. Oh, ITC Gardenia. ITC Gardenia.
हाँ, so you can find a quiet place anywhere. Lobby में भी बैठ सकते हो. अयो अच्छा. Okay.
No, I know ITC Gardenia. ITC Gardenia. उनके पीछे साइड में there is so the
I
yes, yes.
know Siddharth Kaul and Pooja Purnai. I can ask them to give you a room, a place to sit for now.
आपके ITC Gardenia के दोस्त है क्या? हाँ?
नहीं, एक तो दोस्त तो हैं, ट्राई करती हूँ अगर if they are still working there.
वो उनका पीछे साइड में there is some space. I
There,
mean,
what is the event called? There is an event tomorrow.
it's called ET Future of Knowledge Work. ET Future of Knowledge Work, ITC Gardenia.
Future.
ET Future of Knowledge Work.
Which work? My colleague has a requirement to make some calls, to make some calls for an hour. Will it be possible to give him a place to take some calls? Just a peaceful, quiet place. Okay. So I've sent a message. Let me see if I get a response. भेज दिया properly. ठीक है. Let us see. If I get a response, then you will get a room, a place at least for an hour to take your call. ठीक है?
ठीक है, ओके, तो मैं उसको 10:30 के लिए कंफर्म कर देता हूँ. सो आई कंफर्म फॉर द 10:30 AM.
ठीक है.
एक्चुअली मैंने वो छुट्टी लगाया था इसके लिए. ओह गुरुजी, आई नीड टू गेट इनटू कॉल्स. आई नीड टू गेट इनटू कॉल. तो कल मैंने इसके लिए छुट्टी लगाया था फॉर दिस इवेंट. And actually, I think trying to recollect, someone wanted to meet me in that conference tomorrow. वो सब तैयारी, वो सब होमवर्क मुझे
तो आप
करना
इतने
था.
सारे लोगों से जो मिलते हो, ये आपको बुला रहे हैं जो लंच के लिए. अभी आप गए थे उससे मिलने, क्या नाम है, जीसीसी वाले बंदे से,
विश्वनाथ राजू.
कनाथ राजू एंड ऑल. इनका कुछ वो कन्वर्जन हो रहा है, माने डज इट लुक लाइक समथिंग हैपनिंग?
विश्वनाथ राजू wants me to join him
एज अ
as an advisor. So he says that um, I want you to help me build 3 AI solutions and I want you to pitch in those AI solutions to the GCCs. And he says, I'll give you profit sharing.
Acha. Will that be equal to what you're expecting or more?
Guruji, see, there are some people, who take those risks, who belong to that category, right? मैं जो है मेरा mindset, मेरा ये बाल बच्चे वाला, ओके, तो ये सब जो है मेरा ये सब है, ओके, तो I mean, this is going to be, if I have to do that, it's going to be very, very demanding. I can't do it while I'm doing my day job. मेरी तो अभी तो मतलब फटी पड़ी हुई है.
Mm.
I can't do that while I'm in my day job, right? And can I take that risk? Can I take that risk of jumping into it and then doing that? I mean, see, fortune favors, क्या बोलते हैं कि क्या है वो डायलॉग, क्या है? फॉर्च्यून फेवर्स द ब्रेव, ऐसा कुछ तो एक डायलॉग
Yeah.
है, राइट? तो मैं जो है, आई थिंक सम पीपल आर प्रॉबेबली वेल प्लेस्ड एंड देन दे कैन बेट बिग, दे कैन सॉर्ट ऑफ टेक दोज बेट्स. So then he started saying,
वैसे मुझे पता नहीं, समझ में ये नहीं आता है. वैसे इट्स ओके, इट्स गुड टू प्ले सेफ ओनली इन टुडेज टाइम. 2000% you should play safe, okay?
"Should क्या है?"
In today's time, 2000% you should play safe because the time is very, very dynamic, okay? No doubt about it. But people like you, I don't know, I don't find you uh, in that bracket who cannot take risk. पता नहीं क्यों. I somehow feel you're very sound and should not, I mean, हाँ ठीक है, but you are the people actually who are going to be making big companies like Novartis, like any MNC in the world. I mean, you people are great people and you are the one, you have that potential and everything on this earth that is needed to be there, you know.
नहीं नहीं नहीं, सी, अगर मेरे पास वो
आप ही
पाँच
जैसे लोगों ने
पाँच पाँच
survive
हजार
किया.
करोड़ है उधर, ठीक है?
आपको क्या लगता है कि जिसने जब इन्फोसिस स्टार्ट हुआ था तो उसने उस अपनी बीवी से उधार मांगा था?
Correct, correct. Understand, correct. I mean, see, there are people who have that mindset, right?
है ना?
The mindset is always like you exactly said, playing safe. महीने के अंत में सैलरी, ठीक है, आई कि नहीं आई, ठीक है?
तो मेरा पति भी टोटल 100% ही प्लेज safe. That's the reason he will never take risk. But Amit is coming tomorrow, okay?
ओ,
Okay,
ऐसा
हाँ.
कैसे हो गया?
है?
ऐसा कैसे अचानक?
He was saying, no, he is winding up something and coming, and I thought it will take a month's time, so I assumed that next month are. But I think he decided and he just came. I mean, he's booked this ticket, so he's landing actually 18th early morning for 5 o'clock here.
Okay, okay,
Mm,
okay,
so
okay. Good, good, good. So, ठीक है, you'll have some good quality family time.
that is good. He'll be here for some time now.
Hmm.
And even he might help me prepare the documents वो जो मुझे नहीं आते हैं नवंबर के लिए.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that will be good, at least. So let us see what and where it takes. I am like been I have been trying for 4 years without success. So अभी तो मैं बहुत वैसा वाला इंसान हो गई हूँ कि I become very comfortable with whatever is happening because फर्स्ट ईयर में बहुत फ्रस्ट्रेट होती थी, बहुत. आई यूज्ड टू फील के अमित आप इतना भी नहीं कर सकते हो करके. सेकेंड ईयर में थोड़ा सा कूल डाउन हो गई, थर्ड ईयर में और कूल हो गई, फोर्थ में तो बिल्कुल ही कूल हो गई.
Hmm.
अब
Hmm.
जो हो रहा है मेरे हाथ में नहीं है. जितना है उतना ही है, राइट? आई मीन आई कांट फाइट फॉर थिंग्स which maybe the right time is planned by God and I can't do anything, whatever it is. So I'm still keeping my fingers crossed that I can
Hmm.
go this year. I don't know.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
still don't know because Portugal has, ek to they are very, very lazy, extremely lazy with paperwork. You send submit documents and then they come back after 6 months. So they don't respond in time.
Hmm.
Moreover, the interviews again happening in November, which is very, very late, fairly late. And then again, they go back to their December and January, they don't work
Hmm. Hmm.
because of
कितने
Christmas.
दिन के लिए आ रहे हैं अमित?
He'll be here now. I don't know. वो आ जाएंगे तो आ ही जाएंगे. वो आते हैं तो आ जाते हैं, नहीं आते हैं तो नहीं आते हैं.
मतलब पूरा बोरा बस्ता?
He can, no, 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 no. He will be at least, he's not booked his return ticket. He's just booked a one-way ticket. So whenever there is an urgency to travel for business or something, he will go. Otherwise, अभी 2 3 4 महीने रहेंगे यहाँ, आराम से रहेंगे. हाँ हाँ, मतलब he will not come with an urgency to go, because उसका काम घर से भी चल सकता है. But when there are meetings, conferences, or anything will come up, then obviously he will fly back. So currently there's nothing for the next some time.
Okay, good.
So I really don't know how long is the time. I can't predict, but that's okay. Whatever he's coming for, at least Jagriti is here, Divya is here. We all get together, all 4 of us, which is also a very good time. I 2 3 महीने के लिए भी आ रहे हैं तो I'm happy for it. I mean, जो मिलता है जितना मिलता है उससे खुश हो जाओ. ज्यादा एक्सपेक्टेशन रखने से ही प्रॉब्लम होता है. इसलिए बहुत एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करना है लाइफ में, है ना. इट्स गुड दैट अमित इज हियर, स्पेशली दिव्या का लिथुआनिया में हुआ. आई टोल्ड यू,
दिव्या का
लिथुआनिया में हुआ, एक वन ऑफ द कॉलेजेस दैट केम बैक. तो दैट गॉट,
लिथुआनिया?
हाँ.
ओ
हम्म.
हाँ, बट
हाँ,
उसने उसका
compared to
अपना नहीं है ना?
Germany, Lithuania is a very advanced and way forward country. It's, I mean,
बट
the AI has a very larger scope in Lithuania than Germany is a very laid back, very, very laid back. So that way,
लिथुआनिया इज
this side,
यूरोपियन.
Portugal, Lithuania,
ईस्ट
UK, सब
यूरोप,
दूर दूर है.
ईस्ट यूरोपियन करके बोल सकते हैं. हाँ.
But compared to the colleges in Germany, which were like, they lagged behind, that way Lithuania is way forward.
गुरुजी अशोक इज वेटिंग फॉर माय रिप्लाई, तो उसको
ओह, रिप्लाई नहीं किया आपने? 10:30 बोल दो.
कल 10:30 के लिए बोल दूं ना? ओके.
हाँ.